Okay, I wasn't happy with my little review on Friday, so I'm going to make a vlog review. We're actually going to take the test on Thursday, Unit 8 test. Then there'll be one more test then the next week, but it's pretty much the same as this stuff, it's just with the metric system. It says express each length as indicated. Now put a number 1 there, and on the test you'll have those numbers there. But for now, I made the copies without putting them. So we're going to put our 85 2/3 inches, put IN over 1, and we need to get to feet. So unit 1, okay, one foot's 12 inches. So again, you got to put inches on the bottom then, and then feet on the top, because you have inches on top here, inches goes on bottom here. Okay, and then it's 1 foot, 12 inches. You got to make sure you put the 1 with the feet, 12 with the inches. Now the inches labels go out, okay, because when you have a unit on top and bottom, you can cancel those. And then it's 85 2/3 times 1 divided by 1 times 12. You could just take 85 2/3 divided by 12. I'm well aware of that. 7 5/36 feet. Okay, convert 1,925 1/3 yards as miles and yards. So this time again, I put my 1,925 1/3 yards over 1. We want to write that as miles. So again, miles and yards I need right here. So again, yards and miles. So if you go look up yards and miles, you see 1 mile is 1,760 yards. Okay, then the yards can be canceled. You got to do one extra thing on this one, because it just says feet here. Here it says miles and yards. So you got to pay attention here. 1,925 and 1/3 times 1 divided by parentheses 1 times 760. We got 2 8/15. So that means we have the 2 is how many miles we have. Then I minus the 2 and look at the 8/15. Okay. Then I multiply 8/15 by 760. And that tells us how many yards we have. By the way, I'll circle that so you know that's what you're going to multiply by after you write the 2 down and subtract it. 45 1/3 yards. Okay, perform the indicated arithmetic operation. Regroup when necessary. You look at box 1 when necessary. So 3 feet plus 4 feet, 7 feet. 9 inches plus 8 inches is 17 inches. Now you got to simplify that. Okay, so the feet inches conversion rate's 12. Okay, so obviously that's higher than 12. So I'm going to take away and then add here. So I take 12 away here, because 12 inches, and I'm going to add 1 foot to the 7 feet. So that's 8 feet, 5 inches. Okay, now in subtraction, you actually do that stuff before you do it. 10 feet, 1 3/8 inches minus 7 feet, 8 7/8 inches. Now if you look, 10 minus 7 works, but the inches don't. Okay, so we need to borrow, and the feet inches conversion's 12. Okay, so if I raise that up by 12, I'll be able to subtract. So add a 12, but then you got to then minus 1 to your feet. See, like after you add, you minus 12 plus 1. Here you plus 12 minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to cross that out. It's going to be 9 feet. And then 1 3/8 plus 12 is 13 3/8 inches, and then you can go ahead and forget about that. So now you can subtract 9 minus 7 is 2 feet, and 13 3/8 minus 8 7/8 gives me 4 1/2. So 2 feet, 4 1/2 inches. Okay, multiplication similar to addition. Okay, you do the math first and you go back and simplify. So that means you'd minus from the one on the right, add to the one on the left. Okay, so 11 yards, 1 feet, 738 force inches times 3. 11 yards times 3 would be 33 yards. 1 times 3 is 3 feet. 7 3/4 times 3. 23 1/4 inches. Okay, now simplify it. So inches, feet, it's a 12 conversion rate. So I obviously can get 12. If I do another 12, it's too high. Okay, so I just do 12. Okay, so I subtract 12 and then add 1. Okay, now I'm at 33 yards, 4 feet, and then 23 1/4 minus 12 is going to be 11 1/4. Now you got to do your feet and yards. Okay, the feet yards is 3, and you can get a group of 3 out of that. Okay, so you're going to minus 3, or excuse me, my bad. Yeah, minus 3, and then add 1. So it's 34 yards, 3 feet, 11 1/4 inch. And I take away 3 and add, whoa, wait a second, 4 minus 3 is 1, screw that up, okay, because I take away 3, it's 1, and then I add the 1, and it's 34. 34 yards, 1 foot, 11 1/4 inches. Okay, division's easy. You can go 8 divided by 3. If you don't want to write that down, you can go 8 ABC 3, that'd be 2 2/3 yards. And then 5 ABC3 is 1 2/3 feet. And then division, you really don't do anything. Division's the easiest of the operations. Multiplying, adding, you need to simplify it then. Take away from here, add here, and then keep going. Subtraction, you do the opposite way you do it before, and then you add, take away. Okay, now converting square units, you're on box 2, 1,600 acres over 1, and I need square miles, okay. So acres and square miles, okay. So here's 640, 1 square mile is 640 acres. Remember, acres goes on the bottom, square miles on the top. So 640 and 1, you can go ahead and get rid of your acres. I do the math. Parentheses 1,600 times 1 divided by parentheses 1 times 640, 2.5. So it's 2.5 square miles, because that's the label I did not cross out. It's the label that we have left. 871,000 square feet is square miles. I obviously didn't type that very well. So again, still on box 2. Okay. So I got 871,000 or square feet over 1. Then I have to convert the square feet to square miles. So square feet to square miles. Shoot, I didn't do that one right. You need to add a conversion to this. Okay, I screwed this up. It is going to be 27,878,400 square feet equals 1 square mile. Add that to your little list, okay? Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it. So you go square feet, square mile, because square feet's on top. So 1 square mile, and then 27,878,400 square feet. And you can get rid of the square feet. Wrap it up. And parentheses 871,000 times 1 divided by parentheses 1 times 27,878,400. 0.03 square miles. Okay, express each volume in the indicated, round each answer. I don't worry about the rounding on any of this, okay? I'm not. Okay, so 3. So 16.4 cubic yards over 1. Okay, and I gotta get the cubic feet, so cubic yards, cubic feet. Now you look at box 3, okay? So there's 1 cubic yard to 27 cubic feet. Get rid of your cubic yards. .4 times 27 divided by 1 times 1. 442.8 cubic feet. 442.8. Okay, next one. 0.55 cubic feet. 1 cubic feet over 1. Okay. I gotta get the cubic inches, so cubic feet, cubic inches. There's 1 cubic foot. It's got to go here, not here, to 1,728 cubic inches. Get rid of your cubic feet. Go from there. Parentheses 0.55 times 1728 divided by 1 times 1. 950.4 cubic inches. Okay, express each capacity in the unit indicated around each answer the same number of significant digits as the original quantity. Don't worry about the rounding. Okay, so 35 quarts to gallons, 35 quarts over 1. I have quarts. I want to end up at gallons. Okay, you're on table 4 now. 4 quarts to 1 gallon. Quarts are eliminated. And wrap it up. You just have gallons at the end. So 35 times 1 divided by 1 times 4. It's going to be 8.75. .46 cubic inches as gallons. 46 cubic inches over 1. I got to get to gallons, so cubic inches, gallons. You're still on table 4. 1 gallon's 231 cubic inches, so 231. Cubic inches are canceled. Parentheses 46 times 1 divided by parentheses 1 times 231. Okay, it's going to be 0.20 or 0.19 gallons. Okay, express each weight in the unit indicated. Now you're on table 5 right there. 7,850 pounds over 1. Pounds and then long tons. So 2,240 pounds and then 1 long ton. And the pounds cancel out. .5, okay, so 3.5 long tons. 0.28 pounds is ounces, okay. Pounds, and then ounces, okay. And you're on 16 ounces to 1 pound. The pounds go away, and now I just focus on the ounces. So 0.28 times 16 divided by 1 times 1, 4.48. Okay, now you got the compound measurements. And these are the per, okay. 0.500 pounds per cubic inch as pounds per cubic foot. Now with that per, you're going to put 0.500 pounds. And when you put the 1, you need to put cubic inch. It's not just an empty 1. So I circle the label. Those are both pounds, so we're good. Okay, that's why you have just one table. You don't have to convert the pounds. Times cubic inches, cubic feet. Those are not obviously the same. Now cubic inches is on bottom, so we bring that to the top, and then cubic feet go right there. Cubic inches, cubic feet. Table 3. There's 1 cubic foot to 1,728 cubic inches. You can now get rid of your cubic inches. We don't need those. And now I have pounds per cubic foot. I just got to figure out what it is. $864 pounds per cubic foot. 4,708 feet per minute is miles per hour. So 4,780 feet, 1 minute. Now you got feet and miles. Okay, not the same, so you're going to need a multiplier. Guys, you need to put feet and miles on this, not any other label but feet and miles. Okay, feet's on top, then miles. So you're on 1, tells you how to convert that. So 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Then you got the minutes and the hours. Those aren't the same. In this ratio, on this unit multiplier, I should put minutes and hours. As far as what goes where, we'll look at the first one. Minutes is on bottom, so minutes is on top. And hours on the bottom. You can look at box 6, but I would hope you know how many minutes are in an hour. It'll be 60 minutes, 1 hour. Okay, feet go away. Miles would not go away because there's none on bottom. Minutes go away. Now I'm ended up with miles and hours, which is right because I'm converting to miles per hour. Okay, then go with the flow here. .3 miles per hour. Okay, now we get into the application problems. The first floor plan of a ranch house is shown. Determine distances A, B, C, and D. I don't know why I put C all the time. This 18 needs to be brought down to a 13. Okay, just bring that down. Okay, so we're going to look at box 1 if we need to. Usually do that at the end though. So here's, I'm finding how long A is, B, C, and D. A is easy, you just add those two. These are feet, these are inches. So feet, 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 16 is 27, 27 plus 20 is 47 feet. And then the inches, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15. Okay, leave that for now. And then B is parallel to A, so if I just take A, 47 feet, 15 inches, and I'm going to minus the feet and inches from the known parts of the side that B's on. So 8 plus 12 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30, 30 plus 13 is 43 feet. And 3 5 is 8, 10, 10 inches. Easy to subtract here, I don't have to borrow. We have 5 inches, 4 feet. As long as that unit's bigger than that, you won't have to borrow. And that if all the units are bigger, you're good. Okay, C. Again, 14 plus 14 is 28, plus 15 is 43. And 3 and 6 make 9. Okay, relatively easy. Now on D, we're going to take C, because C and D are parallel. So if I have the entire side C, I'm going to tally up the sides I know about D, and then just subtract 12 and 12 is 24. 4 plus 10 is 9. Now this quite isn't as slick, because 9 minus 10 doesn't really make any sense with dimensions, okay? So that's why I have a 1 up there in case you need it. Inches and feet's 12, so I write a 12 down. So if I would add 12, I'd be good, but then I have to subtract 1. So it gives me 21 for inches, and then 42 for feet. So it's going to be 11 inches, and then 18 feet. Oh, shoot. Make sure these are all in simplest form. 5 inches, as long as it's not over 12 inches, you're good. That's over 12 inches, so we have to lower it and add. You lower it by 12, you add 1. So 48 feet, 3 inches. Okay, number 17. A bolt of fabric contains 103/4 yards of fabric. That's how many. That's what you have to start with. Then we're going to subtract because we're going to cut pieces off. Now, one thing I will do on a test, I'll circle 4, 3, 4. The following lengths of fabric are sold: 4 lengths, and each of those lengths is 5 yards, 2.5 feet. Then 3 lengths, each of those is 3 yards, 1 foot, and 4 lengths, each of those is 8 yards, 2.5 feet. What length of fabric does the bolt now contain? Okay, express the answer in yards and feet. Okay. So what we do to find the number of yards is we take 4 times 5 plus, don't worry about the 2.5 for now, 3 times 3, then 4 times 8. That's how many yards you can subtract. 61. Okay, so 61 yards, but there's also feet that we have to subtract, and I do the same thing. I start at the 4, and then I go see how many feet I had. I had 2.5, plus then 3, see how many feet you had, 1, then 4 times 2.5. So 23 feet. Now, obviously, I'm not in a good position to subtract the feet yards conversion rate. That's the square. Or sorry, my bad. Yards. The yards feet conversion rate. Okay, is 3. I don't know why I put box 2 there. It's box 1. Okay. So 3. So you got to raise and minus, but if you just raise it by 3, that gets you nowhere. So you got to make a list: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. If I put 21, I'm still too low. If I put 24, then I'm good. So I add 24. But when I subtract 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you subtract 8 feet from there. Okay, so that's 24 feet. and 103/4 minus 8 is 92 3/4. Okay. So that's going to be 1 foot, and that's going to be 31 3/4 yards. Okay, number 18. How many strips, each having an area of 30 square inches, can be sheared from a sheet of aluminum that measures 10 square feet? Whenever I'm trying to figure out how many pieces of equal length I can get out of something, it's a division problem. Okay. Now, if division, the ordering is important. Okay, it's very important. The strips, the length of each strip, which is 30 square inches, needs to come first. And the piece of aluminum itself, to start with 10 square feet, that comes first. Okay. Now you can't divide this until this has been converted to square inches. So you got to do a conversion. You're going to look at number 2. So 10 square feet is what I'm converting. And I want to convert it to square inches. So square feet, square inches. Okay, so if you look at table 2, you'll see there's 144 square inches, 1 with feet. These go away. So 10 times 144, 1,440. And then we divide. 48 pieces. A painter computes the total interior wall surface of a building as 660 square yards after allowing for windows and doors. 2 coats of paint are required for the job. 1 gallon of paint covers 500 square feet. How many gallons of paint are required? Round the answer to the nearest gallon. So we need to find out how many gallons of paint we use. Okay. Then we're going to have to know to know that you got to know how many square feet you have to paint. But the problem is what you have to paint is given in square yards. So you have to make the unit conversion using table 2. So 660 square yards over 1. We need to get it to square feet. So I need square feet and square yards. Square yards on bottom. Square feet is on top. Okay, you're on table 2, remember. 1 square yard is 9 square feet. So 1 square yard, 9 square feet. You can get rid of your square feet amounts. And now you have your square feet. And you just really need to take 660 times 9. The ones on the bottom don't really matter. So it's 5,940. That's how many square feet we need to paint then. Now every gallon covers 500 square feet, so you need to figure out how many 500s are in 5,949. I would need 12 gallons in, because you can only buy full gallons of paint, but you're paint using 2 coats, so you times by 2, and that's 24 gallons. Okay, number 20, a water tank with a volume of 2,250 cubic feet is 4/5 full. How many gallons of water are contained in the tank? Find the around the answer in gallons. So you're taking 4/5 of something, but it's got to be of the gallons, and this is not of the gallons, so we got to make the conversion. 2,250 square feet over 1. I'm trying to get the square, I need square feet and I need gallons. So square feet's here and gallons is here. Okay, so look at table 3, okay. Or sorry, this is wrong. This should not have said table 3, okay. This should have said table 4. Okay, so gallons and square feet, okay. Or no, it's gallons and cubic feet. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Yeah, it's table 3. Or no, it's still table 4. I messed up the labels here. Okay. It's cubic feet. Cubic feet. So I'm on table 4. 7.5 gallons is 1 cubic foot, so 7.5. That allows me to cross out the cubic feet. It'd be 2250 times 1 divided by 1 times 7.5, 300. Okay, so you find 4/5 of 300. That's how many gallons are in the tank. It wouldn't be 300 because that's when it's full. 240. Okay, I did that right, except I forgot. I put square feet. It should be cubic feet. Okay. Table 4 was the one to look at. Okay, last one, number 21. Hot air passes through a duct at a rate of 450 cubic inches per second. Compute the number of cubic feet of hot air that passed through the duct in 5.5 minutes. Round the answer to too significant. Don't worry about rounding. Put 3 and 6. Those are the tables you'll need. Now on the test, I'm going to tell you to underline cubic inches in seconds, and then cubic feet in minutes. So there's that per. So you're converting 450 cubic inches. But I put 1 second. Now, if you look at cubic inches, cubic feet, those need to be converted. So this multiplier here needs cubic inches, cubic feet. Cubic inches here, cubic feet here. Table 3 states that 1 cubic foot is 1,728 cubic inches. Okay, so we're good there. Now the seconds and minutes, we need a multiplier for that using table 6. This needs seconds and minutes. Now look at your first one. You see seconds on bottom. So seconds on top, minutes on bottom. If you look at table 6, there's 1 minute, 60 seconds. So cross it out, cross that out, cross that out, cross that out. Now I have cubic feet, but I have minutes still. That's because it's cubic feet per minute. Okay, wrap that up in a parentheses. I take 450 times 1 times 60 divided by 1 times 1728 times 1. $15.625. Now you got to do one extra thing. The hard work's done, but they want to know if that many cubic feet passes in a minute. To find out how many cubic feet pass in 5.5 minutes, you need to multiply that by 5.5. 85.9375. I don't care if you choose to round it. Okay, I hope that made sense. There was only one I kind of botched. It was better than Friday.